This is Steve Young for the Co-Roundtable. I've talked a bit in another little discussion about intangible assets. I think one of the most important intangible assets for what we like, which we call moral capitalism, is the moral part. Capitalism is fairly easy for us. So Karl Marx, Charles Dickens, they were looking at money bags, gold coins. Capitalism, markets, products, pollution, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Customer satisfaction. I like a milkshake. But moral, where is moral? Can you touch something that's moral? Can you put your hands on it? No. It's something in people's decisions, in their minds, in their hearts, in their values, in the way they act with each other, in the goals they set for themselves. I think because morality, or morals, ethics, if you will, are intangible, is one reason we overlook them. People in the debate over capitalism for 200 years have been very cynical. What drives people? Self-interest, not morality. Money drives, and self-interest and money easily equate to power. By the way, power is also kind of intangible, but we kind of feel more, you're a power-driven person, you're a self-interested person. You're going to exploit your employees, you're going to take advantage of your customers. Your capitalist system just can't work because you don't have any good values. You're not a moral person. And we don't think we can get moral people. Well, where does morality come from? There were two recent articles in the Economist. One I would suggest is common sense. The other is quite startling to me. The second one is new scientific analysis of the genome of what's in our brains. And apparently we have an incredibly complicated genome and different kinds of particles and qualities and chemistry and things like this. It's too much to put in a formula. What's the implication of this? That the way our brains work in giving us thought and speech, feelings, all these things, is incredibly powerful if we can learn how to live with it or to understand it. So I'm just wondering if those sort of geeky types who work with neuroscience, who work with the brain, if they could tell us more about the brain works, so we could see where our morality comes from, then we might be able to go to ourselves in a conversation with ourselves or to others and say, look, why don't you do this, 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 and this? And so we can take the intangible, morality, and make it more user-friendly, so to speak, or pliable, where we can get our hands on it more. And we can maybe increase our trust in something like capitalism, or even politics, or even other people of a different religion or a different race, because they're doing good stuff with their brains. The second article, and there's also a recent book about this out in the United States, talks about the impact of mothers and fathers on children as far as children developing good moral sense. And the study indicates that mothers and fathers together, raising their joint children of both of them together, seems to correlate with individuals who have a more reliable moral sense and are more constructive in social settings. Now, that raises a number of at this point, difficult, contentious issues around sexuality and gender, around what is a family, around what price should I have to pay myself personally to put up with so-and-so, who's my spouse, or who's a kid who is disrespectful. But it shows to me that we can again take something intangible, the moral sense, and locate it to something more tangible, which is family.